welcome to the CIO Zone.
Thank you. It's pretty cool to be here.
Tell our members a little bit about your role at IBM.
I've been asked to lead our business analytics and optimization consulting service line. So this is the team of dedicated consultants that work with clients, and we're tasked with helping clients really do a couple of things. First of all, map out, I've started to give this background context, but first of all, map out what their strategy is going to be around analytics.
Right.
And it's really interesting if I look at that market alone, and then I'll go into each of the other areas, but when I look at that market alone, there's a lot of interest around this. So there's a lot of, hey, help us build a program, an information agenda, we like to call it, around its strategy for analytics. Also, the team that does the systems integration work around developing that. So you actually have a roadmap of programs and projects and the actual systems integration work around delivering those particular solutions. And then finally, the team that manages ongoing maintenance of clients' analytics environments. So effectively, anything IBM has to do in the area of consulting or systems integration or management for our analytics solutions.
So you really take it from the vision to business as usual.
That's correct. That's correct.
Which is exactly what customers require.
I think increasingly so. Increasingly so.
Well, you made a comment this morning at the keynote session, which I thought was very telling. She says, you don't need to go this alone. And I think that was a very cogent remark, because a lot of people feel like if they get help, it's like they're surrendering, if you will. And it's often not the case, that it's more important to get a good outcome.
Well, I think what's really different this time through is the number of variables associated with analytics is pretty high. I mean, what is the dimensions you're looking at? Are you going to go predictive? Are you looking about consolidating your base?
Right.
Are you going for customer? Are you going for financial transparency? Are you worrying about data capture? Are you worried about just taking what you've got, cleansing it? Are you worried about going to the World Wide Web? Where do you sit on this spectrum of variables? And the number of variables clients have is big when they think about analytics. So scoping, it's one big issue.
Sure.
But the second big issue I think that we've got to really pick up here is the whole challenge about figuring out where you're going to engage with the business versus where you're going to be with the technology. So you look at this, and what happens is you put these dimensions together, and you end up with this skills issue, which is there are different kind of skills you need, and there's different type of problems that you have to attack. So it's very easy for a program manager or a CIO that's tasked with this, let's move down the analytics road, to instantly go into skills overwhelm.
Sure.
And that was why I made this comment about don't go it alone. Because it's not like picking an ERP package and saying, okay, I've got it. I need these 3 types of skills and I'm good. I embark on the analytics journey and I turn around and all of a sudden I've got 15 different specialists I need. And then the real challenge, as we all know as CIOs, is it's not about getting the 10 or 12 specialists. It's not about Steinbrenner getting the best baseball players. It's about getting them to play as a team. So it's getting those 10 or 12 specialists to add value in a consistent manner that drives an outcome.
And you may need different teams at different phases of the project,
Absolutely.
too, which complicates it even further.
Absolutely.
And you don't really want to bring people in and then dispose of them when you move on to the next plateau.
So, whilst I'm a little ashamed, I don't apologize for selling. I'm a little ashamed that I made an unabashed, don't go it alone. You can get people that have done this before to help you. I think it was, in this particular case, I think an important time to really define, because, the other thing that's interesting is clients are actually saying, tell me what to do. I get it. I'm excited by the outcomes. Tell me what to do, because I know that as much as I'd like to believe it, I know it doesn't work out of the box. So tell me what to do. I would like it. I'd love as many accelerators and wizards and things you've got in the box, but help me get there as fast as I can. So that's why for the first time, personally on a public stage, I've actually said, listen, we're here to help you.
I thought it was very appropriate, and I think the nuances of this can often make the difference between a roaring success and just a success. And you really want people to get the best and most, impressive benefit possible in the shortest time. So I don't think it's a bad thing to say that. What do you find is their biggest stumbling block when they start to get their mind around what the possibilities are?
We've just released a study, and I'm not here to give you a plug for my study. And if people want to learn about the study, I'm happy to give you the link, and you can refer to people to the IBM website where they can download it.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
But let me give you the short version of the takeaway here.
Yeah.
Clients go through what we're seeing kind of two waves of challenges. The first wave is, how does a CIO mobilize a team? How does a CIO mobilize their game plan around making it happen? And that is about, there's all kinds of, how do I deliver initial value to the business, and how do I do things that matter, that the business really loves? So they think through that, and they go through that process. And that is very much what a lot of our IT executives we talk to are doing. They're saying, okay, I'm going to take as much of my cost out of my transaction processor, which is going to liberate budget, to start building a team and a set of capabilities and tools and technologies around analytics. So I'm going to start down that road. And by the way, many CIOs have been doing this for a while. I mean, it's a $9 billion a year business for the IBM company. So it's not like this is kind of, we're not a green field. So most CIOs are all probably watching this saying, I know, Fred. I know. So don't tell me that. So I apologize if I'm telling you that. Now, the next thing is, once a CIO gets, okay, I'm beginning to think through this, there's the next wave, which is, and this is what the study says is big, which is the organization figuring out how to consume analytics. Organization learning how to operationalize analytics. This becomes a pretty big issue, and this is actually the exciting issue.
Indeed.
And this is where actually today, in the talk today, I was pretty direct with that crowd, which is a very IT crowd, which is, you have to engage with the business. Engaging with the business isn't getting them to sign off your statement of requirements. Engaging with the business is getting them to own the project, maybe to the extent that IT is actually worried they've lost control of the project.
Yeah.